Commissioner Linker, checking in on our progress for our July 2nd meeting. Dr. Fair, if you can do the roll call.
Okay. Commissioner William Cheshire.
He says he can't get in. He's trying.
All right. I'll finish doing roll call and see if I can see you as an attendee. Commissioner Angela Flowers.
Commissioner Flowers here.
Commissioner Hannah Jimenez.
Commissioner Jimenez here.
Commissioner Kathleen Linker.
Commissioner Kathleen Linker present.
Commissioner Lindsay Seiss.
Commissioner Lindsay Seiss present.
And
okay, so that looks like we have quorum.
yes, I don't see him in just yet, but I'll see if I can communicate with them while you're calling to order. Okay, but yes, we have quorum.
The next item is to look at the minutes, and we're going to defer that until the next meeting. So then we'll get down to business. Basically, we're going to, if you guys aren't in already, if you open up your Canvas course and go to the advisor one, because we finished up the structure for what we were working on in the past, and the slides were fixed, and I made some changes that we talked about last time, and collapsed all of those small little modules into one. So if you're not logged into the Canvas course, if you can do that so that you can see it. I took all of the restrictions and permissions off, so it should be easy to view without any problems. I'll go back and add those later. If anyone's not ready, let me know so I can give you a little more time. Everybody on it?
Yes, I'm here.
Commissioner Seiss, I'm in.
All right. So the welcome is still the same. I changed the quiz. Would like input to see what you think about it. I made it a multiple choice question and tried to phrase the second question to be whatever your answer was in the first question, you're signing your name here to verify that that's your answer. Media release form. That gave them the option of not giving permission for their picture to be shown, because before it was I only had the one where they get permission and then they put their picture up. I just noticed something. I need to go back and change the directions for introduce self to say if you don't want your picture, don't put it up. Okay, I had a chance to look at that. Does it look okay?
Yeah, sorry, Commissioner Jimenez. So just so I understand correctly, the first question is they have to choose just the answer choice.
Yes.
And then the second one is where they type in their full name. And what we'll do is go back and see which of their answer choices they chose, so we know. Okay, that's all.
Yeah, and I think that since it's not graded, it's okay if they pick the quote wrong answer.
Okay.
Because we're not grading it, so it's just a way for them to choose it. All right, so then that gets us into the what is an advisor, and that stayed the same except for I put the flyer at the beginning. It was later on in a different module. And again, we need to go in and kind of fix that and replace it. I've got the standards written down. I just haven't gone and added it to them. Really, I put it at the beginning because after thinking about it, I realized that they've already seen this flyer. You know, they've already seen the flyer. At this point, they've already filled out their application. They've applied to be considered, and they're in that big database of potential candidates by the time we get to this point. Like they have to be chosen to be an advisor to get to this point, to the point of this course. So I just put it at the beginning, so it's kind of like a little reminder, but it's not really important because they're already past the point that they need to see that flyer. Any recommendations that you want to change or you think I should leave out, just let me know. And then the next slide stayed the same. I did get the where they're big now. So the next two slides are the same. I changed what I named representation qualification task because I put an actual photograph from last year from Jimenez, and this is some slices in the schoolroom. We confirmed that everyone did supply us with the media release last time, so we can put an actual picture in it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I reworded the representation qualification task because it sounded really formal, and I kind of wanted this to be like if we were in the meeting before we evaluate, and you kind of like talk to them about the work. Like I wanted it to have that feel, and not like an official. Here's the verbiage that's very technical. So
I really like this slide. This commissioner size. I really like this slide.
And so that's just like to give them just a quick little snippet of. I wanted them to know that they're a qualified applicants and to get across that they represent the 8 regions across the state. And then kind of what the task was. Good. And then I still left the advisor acknowledgement, but that's kind of up to debate. Remember we talked last time about there were 4 things that we needed to do in the advisor's packet, and that reviewing that state board policy TEXT 2002 is one of the 4 things. So I kept it there with a hyperlink, and I kept the slide, the second advisor 2 slide, that also is hyperlinked. If we decide that we don't need this, we're playing with the idea of possibly putting something at the end of the next module that says I'm acknowledging that I have looked at SBE policy text 202, reviewed the invitation, looked at the standings, and looked at the textbook adoption process website, and just like make it one thing that they sign off. So that could just a one hits all 4 requirements, but I just left it for now. And then I left the place so I left the feedback specifically for the advisor. Like, do they have any questions? Mm-hmm. Now what you'll see is the next one that's what changed. So what we put was, what is the commission separate from the invitation and all that? So it's all one module. It's called What I Need to Know Before Evaluation Week. And so that the slides are the same and they're in the same order. They're just in a module together instead of being in 4 little modules. Again, you'll see there's a sign off place for like the invitation that can come out if we do a one sign off. So other than fixing the slides that they took up the full page, I don't think nothing of this changed. So that module's all the same, just all together. It's in the same order it was, it's just all together. And so where you see that very last thing where it says standards review acknowledgement of assignment, like that would be where we would put acknowledgement that they've read the 4 required things if we don't keep them individually. Any thoughts on that? I think the feel is, I did this come off, and I kind of felt like the feel of what before might turn them off. This is before they show up. And so I didn't want them to be like, oh, this is a lot of, tedious stuff to wade through. And for the last couple modules, you'll see, so I'm going to skip the what I need to know for evaluation week. That's the new one I just added. And you'll see the Math 912 resources. I put a page in there that just basically has a link to the standards. They're in two different places. Math 1, 2, and 3 is in one place, and then Math 4, discrete math, and pre-calculus is in another place. And so I just put them there just to have them ready. And then in the CTE, there's also a link to the big page that has all the standards. So that's a resource, because one of our goals was that it's the resource for them to go to.
This is Carmela. Before you continue on, if there's anybody who is not muted, please mute yourself. We're hearing a lot of background noise.
I did change one other slide. I did change the goals for the course. So if you want to look at that one, it made it more of a listing, because I went ahead and added the thing about the evaluation week. So the first three were the same, but I made a third one. The first two and the last one were the same that were before, but the third one's new, which I just put a goal is to provide an overview of evaluation week, which is the module that we just created. And so it's just a listing. And so that is all the changes. When we've closed this meeting, we're gonna go into our individual time to work on, and the next part to be work on is evaluation week. And I sent a link out with some notes for everybody to contribute to, so we can collaborate separately as we're brainstorming things that we want them to know for what that week looks like. And then from those notes, I made the page to hold what's going to be evaluation, the process, and then the debrief, like what that looks like. But there's nothing on those pages, because once we come up with suggestions and bullets and kind of organize it, then that's the next phase, is to get this part done. Any questions on that? So when we go to this module, it's going to be all of us working together on what I need to know for evaluation week. And individually, we can work on it by just collaborating on that Google Doc. And the goal with that is to have it up and on a page, decide about, come back together and look over the list of things and decide what we want on the master page, on the page in the course itself. And so that, I looked the other day, I did not look yesterday, but I don't think we've got any more additional input from advisors. Am I correct, Dr. Fair? I didn't see anything when I checked over the weekend. So we still have some peer reviews out that haven't been completed.
You mean the one for commissioners?
Yes. Yes.
Right. I haven't seen anything else either.
Right. And so I think we may possibly have got the input that we're going to get. But I know that one commission member is going to come in and look at it as a final view, but she wanted us to get it in its final stage, So having said that, are there any questions? So for our timeline, we need to pick a date to come back so we can finalize all of our notes that were taken, of points that we want to hit for what it looks like at evaluation week. If you guys were able to get into that Google Doc that I shared, looks like maybe, I don't know, in it.
This is Commissioner Sykes real quick. Katie, can you resend us a version that we can edit? This has, it's
not letting y'all edit it.
Yeah, it says we have to request it. It's view only.
Okay. Because I thought if I send the link, I changed the permissions that anybody with the link can do it. But this one's mine, so it doesn't have all the choices that school does. Let's see. Anyone, oh, I got it, is an editor. That should have fixed it. Okay, so I've just kind of divided it, and as I was brainstorming over the last week, I just kind of divided it, to the room, what, kind of like what the room looks like, the materials, their actual work, and then I stopped at the debriefing, like kind of like an explanation. And I don't want to be too overwhelming, but I also want it to be something that they can refer to when we get on site and they have a question. If that makes sense. And it's not all going to be on the same page. So like the work, like that's going to be on the page in the course that says evaluate, and then the debriefing is going to be on the page that says debrief. And I can't decide to put the room and the materials on something that says like logistics or something like that. I can make a separate page for it. What are your thoughts on that? I mean, I feel like maybe a separate page, but I'm open.
I kind of wonder at this point, like we're giving them so much information. I'm sorry, it's Commissioner Seiss, that I don't know if multiple pages would be conducive. I think it just gets to be a bit much.
So you want
Like honestly, like the way you have it here, where it's bullet pointed, like you have it, the room, like they go in, like they know what to expect when they walk into the room.
Right.
You tell them about the materials. I mean, it is what it is. That's exactly what was there. I don't know that you would need a whole separate page for that. I think this really lays it out.
Okay.
Because I know that if it was me going in there, number one, you're already anxious because you just went through that training and there's so much work to be done and you're going to be reading all day long. Like, do you really want to read another 2 or 3 page packet?
Yeah.
Commissioner Jimenez, do we have enough like pictures or anything where we could create like a video maybe? Because I don't see any like media in this Canvas course, and that could be a nice like break from all the reading where they just get to listen and like kind of visualize what it might look like.
I have a few pictures that I took. I did put a picture in that one slide at the top, like that's actually from your room with everybody, and that's just a part of it. I had to crop the picture to get it to fit, so the picture's considerably larger. So yes, I do have. Do you want me to put pictures in a Google folder on the thing where everybody can see them?
Yeah, because I think it would.
Press release for DEI.
Well, I don't necessarily mean having people in the pictures, but like, do we have a picture of the room? Or I just think that it's a lot of information to convey. I might have some, but it's a lot of information to convey, and I think maybe a video would be a better way to convey it than putting all this text and bullets on a page, because you're right, Commissioner Seiss, by that time they get to this module, they're going to be tired of reading and they kind of need a switch in like how they're receiving that information.
I really like that idea because I'm a visual person, and we can tell them what it looks like all day long, but until they walk into that humongous room and just see rows and rows and rows of books, it's not gonna, But I do like the video idea if we have something for that.
Yeah, we'll just make a Google folder and we can put any pictures that we have. Dr. Fair, I don't know that did you get a chance to even take pictures other than the ones I took of us working during the week?
No, I usually don't have time to take pictures.
I know you're just like so swamped. Yeah, I only have pictures when I went into the rooms those 2 days just to take some pictures of, I got a picture like you guys all together, and then I got a picture of the room from a couple of different angles. And I know I've got the middle school room and the high school. I don't think I have the elementary room.
Which is okay. I think that's enough. Like this Commissioner Seiss, I think, because we can leave the picture up there for a couple of seconds while we talk in the background about the things that are going to be going on in the room.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it has to be more than a few pictures, really.
So when we come up with kind of like what the key points that we want covered, and you want to make a video, do one of you guys want to make the video?
Commissioner Jimenez, yeah, I have no problem making it.
Yeah, I can help too. That's fine.
All right. So then we'll just work, and I like that idea too, that they're actually listening to us talk and not reading through like we, bulleted things. So if we just work on this document collaboratively on our own time to come up with the things that we think are important, and then when we, do you want to just go ahead and like pick a date that you two will get together and take what we've got from this and make a video, or do you want to come back together as a group? Because remember, when we have a certain number, we have quorum. We need to be together as a group to talk.
Commissioner Menez, I think we can schedule a time for us to just make like a first draft of the video, and then when we come back together,
Share it.
we can see if anyone has any suggestions or changes they would like to make.
So
I agree. It cuts out a meeting because it's not going to take us more
Yeah.
than maybe an hour to make a video.
okay. So what we'll do is on our timeline we'll set a date to be finished. So give us how many days do you think to finish this, like the actual brainstorming part?
Commissioner Slice, I mean, Hannah and I already have a spreadsheet of notes we've been keeping the whole time. So, I mean, for us to go back in and look at it, I can't imagine it would take very long.
Okay, so what have we said? So this is Thursday. What do we say by Monday? You know, everyone can put in their input of what they think is important, and then you guys can kind of come together and work on the video.
Mm-hmm.
What does everyone look like 2 weeks from now? To come back.
It's up to Hannah. I'm completely free, but I know she's still doing summer school stuff.
Summer school, and then some people are starting to make multiple plans for school, whatever that looks like in a couple weeks.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wide open, so.
I'm pretty, Commissioner Jimenez, I'm free the week of the 13th and the 20th, but everything else, I can't really do anything.
We can do the week of the 13th, but for me, I think it needs to be in the afternoon. I got to check and see because I have a training on the on the 13th, 14th, 15th. Yeah, that whole week I have a training. Do we want to say the next week? Is that too close to school starting? Or we can do it in the afternoon. I know my training's in the morning.
The Commissioner Slice, afternoon is fine. I mean.
Commissioner Jimenez, yeah, I can do the afternoon.
So if we say the 16th, which is 2 weeks from today, we'll meet back. We'll pick a time. I haven't seen. Take this minute to see if Commissioner Cheshire was able to get on.
He was not.
Right. Okay. Well, I really need I'd like his input in the time. So Dr. Fair, if you can just do a quick doodle poll for, it can be Wednesday or Thursday but it needs to be in the afternoon. Actually, take that back. For me, I can't do Wednesday afternoon because I have a book study. Yeah, I can. The book study's from 12 to 1, so I can do it after 2 on Wednesday or Thursday anytime after lunch or Friday. But Dr. Fair, are you on 4-day weeks?
No.
In our school district, and a lot of school districts, I know they do 4 days.
Yeah, during the summer.
Yeah.
So we're 12 months anyway, so we just do full weeks all the time.
Yeah.
That's a nice thought, though.
All right. So if you want to put one, like say 2 to 3 on the 22nd, and then 1 to 2, 2 to 3, or 3 to 4 on the Thursday.
Okay, so are you talking about the week of the 16th or the following week?
The week of the 15th and the 16th, on the 15th and the 16th.
Okay, on the 15th and the 16th, and you want me to look for do afternoon times?
Yeah. Make sure you check your schedule.
I did already.
Okay. So that gives us a couple of options in the afternoon. So to recap, we're until Monday to kind of everybody get on the shared document and put your thoughts and ideas down, and then after Monday, Ooh, this is 4th of July weekend. Not that I'm doing anything. Let's say it's Tuesday, the 7th. So I guess people, so you don't feel like you have to look at it on the weekend. Have your thoughts and everything on by July the 7th, because on July the 8th, then it becomes ideas for which to make the video. I'll make a Google folder in the subcommittee to drop folders in, to drop pictures in. Anybody else that happens to have any pictures, I'll reach out to some former commissioners that have left, because I don't know if they've kept them, but I feel like there might be some other pictures that we can have to pull from.
This is Commissioner Flowers, and I'm just taking all this in, and I'm thinking about what you have in mind for a video and how quickly you guys said to put it together. I guess I think of something completely different in my mind, but I'm so glad that you guys are able to do that so efficiently. But would it be interesting or helpful or in any way valuable to the process to have like previous assessors have a little blurb or like a little snippet of them saying something about the process or what they learned or what their advice would be to anything to lighten it up a little bit? I'm just asking.
Yeah, I kind of like that idea.
Yeah, Commissioner Jimenez, I think that would be great because that is more than just us conveying information because, we're never on the side of the advisor really. So it gives them like a more personal experience.
Yeah, Commissioner Seiss, I agree. I really like that, Ange.
Like, this is a lot of heavy information, and I know it's a lot of text, and I love the idea that you said to bring some color and break up the content. So maybe we need to add a little bit of, I know it's a very professional course, and it's meant to be because we are a professional commission. But is it okay to add a little bit of humor and a little bit of something interesting in it as well like that, or does that take away from the?
No, I think it's Commissioner Linker. I think that was my whole struggle with what we had before. It was too what the module looked like to me before was too formal, and I didn't want it to be. I wanted to be professional but interesting. Now we said we wanted to be interesting and engaging. We want them to be looking forward to coming that week, not going, oh my gosh, what did I get myself into? This is like taking a course, for credit or something before I even get to do the work. So I think that the perspective and the video, the different medias, I think that's good.
As Commissioner Seiss, do we have, I'm sure that we do, but do we have access to the advisor's emails from last year? We can shoot out like a mass email, just kind of explaining. We would really like for them to give like a little bit. I mean, I'm sure that they could even video record themselves and send the
clip
back, and then we can just upload it to the Google folder, and then Hannah and I can just take the clips and insert them in.
This is Carmela. If someone will type up what it is you want them to, the message that you want to send to them, I can send it to them. I would have all of their emails.
Yeah, Commissioner Jimenez, I was going to say, I think we need to come up with like a question or a prompt.
Yeah.
So that they all get the same.
It would be also cool. I don't know if this is too silly, but for them to, like they're saying something and tossing it to the next person, so you splice them together.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in my meeting. Just wait. I'm almost done.
You know what I'm talking about? Does that make sense?
Is that little table? The wooden table?
I know that we have very technical
big one is.
people that can do that really easily. So I think we can just if we have them a little snippet and then it can be edited into one.
Yeah, Commissioner Jimenez, I can definitely take those videos. We just have to tell them like exactly what they need to say so that it indicates that the next video is coming. Like we need to either create a script now or a prompt with like a final line that they need to say.
Yeah, so somebody can just send that to me. Just exactly what you want me to send to them or what you would like for them to do. I'll put that together and send it to everyone.
Commissioner Seiss, I was gonna say, Angie, since you know kind of what it is, how you want it to look, are you okay with sending that to Dr. Fair?
How about I create a Google Doc and send it and tell you, maybe we can brainstorm a little bit more before I send her anything.
That works.
Yeah. Put the same deadline on that as next Tuesday.
That sounds good to me, Flowers.
Commissioner Menez, yes, sounds good.
Commissioner Seiss, that's fine.
Add to our timeline sheet. And okay, so what I've got on our timeline is the evaluation week notes, all members working on it to be finished by the 6th. Memo about to former advisors for the video snippets, all members working on it, due by the 6th to Dr. Fair. So she can send that out. The video for evaluation week, Menez and Seiss do on the 4th. I put the 14th, but it depends on, what date we pick.
Mm-hmm.
Did I capture everything? So I just added that to the end. So it's like near the ends of the 31, 32, and 33 on the spreadsheet, on the Google sheet. Pictures, folder for the pictures. Okay. I'll do that one. I put Flowers is gonna send the Google Doc for brainstorming, and all members are collaborating on it. And then after we all collaborate, then Angie, do you want to be the one to take that and make the final thing?
I can try. I'm not the savvy tech person, but I put a comment on the Google Doc a while ago. I really want to learn how to do this and help more. So maybe I can watch and learn and do it. I don't know, maybe. Flowers, I'm sure I did not answer that question.
Yeah, you did. You did. Okay, so that gives us our next steps, and I added to the timeline. Does anybody have anything else before we adjourn to go work individually on those 2 Word docs? Okay, well, if I heard nothing and no questions and everybody's good, we can entertain a motion to adjourn.
Commissioner Seiss, motion to adjourn.
And
Commissioner Menez, second.
all in favor, Dr. Fair, if you'll call the names.
Commissioner Angela Flowers.
Commissioner Flowers, aye.
Commissioner Menez, aye.
Commissioner Jimenez, aye.
Commissioner Kathleen Linker.
Commissioner Kathleen Linker, aye.
Commissioner Lindsay Seiss.
Commissioner Lindsay Seiss, aye.
You have all ayes from the attending members.
And so with that, it's a close. Once we get the results from the doodle poll, Dr. Farrell will send us the invitation for the next meeting. Have a good rest of the week and a fun, safe 4th.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.